The sky darkened without warning, as if nature itself was holding its breath. From the side of the mountain came a low, rumbling growl that seemed to crawl deep inside the bones of anyone who heard it. The villagers had always said the mountain had a spirit, one that slept for centuries at a time. But now, it seemed to stir awake. A shiver ran through the small crowd gathered below, mothers clutching their children, fathers whispering prayers they hadn't spoken in years. And in the middle of all of it, completely unaware of the danger, stood a little girl with golden curls tangled by the wind, her white eyes fixed on the trembling slope above. No one noticed her wandering closer to the edge, no one except the police dog, Rex. Before we go deeper into this powerful story of bravery, instinct, and unshakable bonds, if you believe in kindness, second chances, or the loyalty of animals that often protect us more than we protect them, then please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, subscribe to our channel Positive Tales, and join our growing family of hearts who believe in the magic of these stories. Rex had been trained to track criminals, search for survivors, and sense danger long before humans could. But more than training, he carried an intuition, an ancient language of survival. His ears twitched as the rumble from the mountain grew into a roar, and without hesitation, he lunged toward the girl. The officer handling him, Captain Merrick, stumbled after him, pulled by the dog's sudden urgency. Merrick had worked with Rex for years, but never had he seen him so frantic, so desperate, almost as if Rex knew something terrible was seconds away. The girl, little Anya, was too curious, too innocent to understand. She had wandered from her grandmother's side, drawn by the strange glowing cracks forming along the rocky cliffs. To her, it looked like magic, golden fire dripping from the mountain's heart. To everyone else, it was the beginning of a nightmare. Rex barked fiercely, circling the girl, pushing against her with his strong body, nudging her back just as the earth split with a deafening crack. A river of fire burst forth, cascading like a fiery waterfall down the slope. Gasps and screams filled the valley, but Merrick's entire world narrowed to the sight of that child, frozen in awe just steps from danger, and his loyal companion standing between her and death. The eruption painted the sky with orange flames, and the ground quaked underfoot. People scattered, shouting names of loved ones, trying to flee the village below. But Rex refused to leave. His growls grew louder, his body pressed against Anya's as if shielding her with his own life. Merrick finally reached them, dropping to his knees and scooping the girl into his arms. She trembled, her small voice caught between tears and whispers, but she clung to Rex's fur as though he were her anchor. Merrick could feel her tiny heartbeat racing against his chest, and for a moment, his own eyes burned, not from the ash falling from the sky, but from the overwhelming realization of what almost happened. The days that followed were chaos. The eruption destroyed part of the mountain pass, cutting off villages and forcing hundreds into temporary shelters. Fear lingered like smoke in the air. Yet, amid the fear, whispers of a miracle spread. The story of the little girl, the eruption, and the police dog who refused to let her step closer to the fire became a tale passed from mouth to mouth. To the villagers, Rex was not just a police dog, he was a guardian, a reminder that sometimes, angels walked on four legs. For Merrick, the experience was life-changing. He had always respected Rex as his partner, but now he saw him as something far greater. He thought of the countless hours of training, the long nights on patrol, the silent companionship. Yet none of that could explain the way Rex had acted in that moment, as if he knew he was protecting not just a child, but hope itself. Merrick often caught himself watching Rex in the quiet nights afterward, wondering if his dog knew just how much he meant, how many lives his courage had touched. Anya's family never forgot either. Though their home was lost in the fires that followed, her grandmother often told the child that she had been given a second life, gifted by a dog who listened to the mountain when no one else did. As she grew older, Anya would run her fingers through Rex's fur and whisper her dreams to him, convinced that he was her secret keeper. Their bond was unshakable, and though years would change many things, she would always remember that day, not as the day the mountain erupted, but the day she was saved by a friend who never asked for anything in return. When the mountain finally quieted and the villagers began rebuilding, a new statue was placed at the edge of the square. Not of a man, not of a saint, but of a dog, head held high, ears alert, eyes forever watching the slope above. Beneath it, an inscription read, "He warned us when we could not hear. He saved us when we could not see." Every year, on the anniversary of the eruption, families would gather there, children leaving flowers at Rex's paws, parents telling the story again and again. It was no longer just Anya's story. It belonged to everyone who had been there, to everyone who believed that loyalty and courage could be found in the most unexpected places. And perhaps, that is what makes this story so powerful. It reminds us that in the darkest moments, when everything seems lost, hope can come from the most loyal companion standing right beside us, asking for nothing more than our love in return. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who could use a reminder of loyalty and love, and subscribe to Positive Tales for more true and emotional stories like this one. Your support helps us continue sharing the bonds that inspire us all. Special request: comment below if you believe dogs truly are our guardian angels.